Driving a subcompact car means being inside a penalty box. Is that the case? Well, not anymore, as Mazda introduced and is finally letting us drive the all-new Mazda 2. To prove that point, they brought the two bigger brothers, the Mazda 6 and the Mazda 3. How does it perform? Well, let's see.
Seeing the Mazda 2 gleaming against the morning sun reveals the beauty of its lines. The design is very evocative with a long hood, taut lines, and highly stylized front end. Visually, it's a knockout with a lot of stuff you don't expect in the subcompact class, from bi-xenon HID headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and 16-inch alloy wheels. Starting from Nuvali in Santa Rosa, we tackled the Viaje del Sol, or Journey of the Sun. It was a daunting 12-hour drive that took us through 4 provinces: Laguna, Batangas, Quezon, and Cavite. Here, Mazda's offering showed that it's more than just good looks. The entire drivetrain works in unison, creating an experience of connectedness. The steering is tight and there's good response from the engine. There's also a sport mode available, but there's little need for it unless you're pushing really hard. And proving their point, Mazda actually had everyone drive all their passenger cars to show how the Mazda 2 feels remarkably the same to their larger cars.
So after driving 309 kilometers yesterday, we arrived at our destination at the Hamilio Coast in Batangas around 10-ish last night. So it was a very long drive. This morning, I'm actually trying out the Mazda 2 Speed, the top-of-the-line version of the Mazda 2. Mechanically, there's not much difference of the two, so the impressions I have of this vehicle are the same as the vehicles I had yesterday. One impression that I have too is that it's a car that punches above its own weight. Normally when you think subcompact cars, they're flimsy, they're just good in the city, but you can't do much long distance driving in them. But this one, the Mazda 2, it clearly has the same DNA as the Mazda 3 and the Mazda 6. I would actually have to say that it's the Manny Pacquiao of small cars, mainly because it can punch above its own weight. One thing I like about the Mazda 2 is actually the driving environment. It's simple, easy to understand, and if you're familiar with the new Mazda feel and Mazda look, it's quite the same. It's able to encapsulate the same driving feel as the 3 and the 6. One thing I noticed is the driving position is more like a big car rather than a small one. You don't feel your legs being cramped up or that you have to compromise in your steering position or comfort, and that's very important during a long drive. Another thing that makes the Mazda 2 different is the engine. Unlike its competitors, which rely on 1.3 and 1.5 liter engine, the 1.5 liter engine is the sole engine. For the all-new Mazda 2, Mazda just brought in the 1.5 liter Skyactiv engine shared with the Mazda 3. The reason behind this is not only is the 1.5 Skyactiv more fuel efficient than the outgoing 1.3 and 1.5, but because of the lighter weight and better tuning to the drivetrain, it actually generates more power without sacrificing fuel efficiency. As cliche as it may sound, the Mazda 2 actually feels like a small enclosed go-kart. The way the steering is very quick and very agile, and the way the body tilts and stays planted throughout corners, it's absolutely fun. This is one subcompact car that doesn't make you feel like you bought yourself a ticket into the penalty box. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed our feature on all-new Mazda 2. We hope to actually feature this car again in a future episode, probably going against its competition. But for now, that's it. If you have any questions about the Mazda 2 or any other automotive-related matter, feel free to follow me on Twitter or Instagram at CarGuidePH. But for now, this is Ulysses Ang for Wheels TV.
Good morning, Wheels TV viewers. I'm Cap Maceda Aguila, coming to you from BMW's Auto Alley showroom in Quezon City. Now, you may be wondering what I'm doing with this very nice looking camera. It's a Leica T, and it's going to be our weapon of choice as we participate in BMW's first ever Photo Cup.